Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Chui, let me introduce myself. My name is Alvera Faiza Nariswari from SMA Muhammadiyah 5 Yogyakarta. Before I begin to deliver this speech, I would like to invite you to thank to Allah, the Almighty who has given us a mercy and blessing. And also let's deliver salawat and salam to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has brought us from the darkness to the brightness. Did you know about social media? We know that social media is an attractive technology that facilitates sharing of information, ideas, interests, and other forms of expression through virtual communities and networks. But social media also has a negative impact on its users. Problematic of communication in social media. It's a lot of people in this modern era think too critically of a case, even they themselves don't know the core problem of the case. What they see is only from one side, not from someone else's point of view. So not necessarily a victim was really a victim. Let's talk about Audrey, a teenage girl who is in a junior high school. She is 14 years old. She is a victim of a bullying by her high school children. Let's bring up Audrey's story that went viral in 2019. At that time, Audrey was very controversial on social media, so that the hashtag Justice for Audrey was very viral on Twitter. At that time, according to some news that I read on the internet, there were 12 high school students who were suspect, but ended up with 3 high school girls who become suspect. How could that be? Started with the emergence of the hashtag Justice for Audrey on social media. Apparently, the case also started from social media. This was revealed based on the conversation of 7 out of 12 high school students who was related on this alleged violence. They opened their voices after being questioned by the police at the Pontianak police. The alleged case started with when A was Audrey and a high school student who mocked each other on social media. In, in the end, they decided to meet each other on the banks of Kapuas River. One of the students with the initial EC admitted that the fight started with her and Audrey because of her frustration with Audrey, who often bullied herself on social media. Long short story, after the fight broke out, the victim mother made a report to the Pontianak police. The police then conducted an investigation, continuing with the investigation until 3 suspects were identified, namely AR, AC, and LI. Audrey admitted that her hair was grabbed, pushed until she fell, and sandals were thrown at her, and she admitted that her genitals were also pressed by the suspect. Time has passed. The truth behind Audrey's case is slowly revealed. The result of Audrey's postmortem examination, which came out on April 10, 2019, conducted Audrey's confession. The postmortem result showed no signs of beatings, even though Audrey was psychologically traumatized. The public previously thought that the beating was a hoax because some of the facts revealed by Audrey were deemed innocent with that happened. The public, which initially sympathized with Audrey, tended to sneer at the 14-year-old student. Even so, the trial process of Audrey's case was produced result. 3 perpetrators of abuse against Audrey have been convicted by a panel of judges. Audrey's mother admitted that she accepted the discussion and emphasized that the case that happened to her child was not a hoax. After 2 years, Audrey returned to living her life as a junior high school student as usual. That way, this case ended up with the lie was exaggerated by the victim, but in reality the victim was indeed traumatized by the incident. The importance of keeping typing while on social media, what's more, even the silent mistake can cause a problem. At the end, let's be wiser in sorting out of news that is spread not directly provocate. But we have to pay close attention to it first. I hereby thank to my teachers, Miss Yuni, who has guided me to take part of this speech contest. That is all for me on this speech. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.